Good morning, everybody. It's your boy D Max. So let's talk. All right. So I want to talk about fans, entertainment fans, that is, and do they have far too much influence? And the reason I say this is because this. All right, they have the versus battle, and you had Fat Joe versus Ja Rule, and Fat Joe said some things about a couple of the females, and it was very disrespectful. So Fat Joe came out and he apologized and he made it right. He did all the right things, but yet and still he's getting a lot of backlash from a lot of these fans, and we see fan groups like Beyonce's Beehive, and then we have Nicki Minaj's fans. We have these little cult following groups who will go out and attack other people unnecessarily with their toxic behavior. And although these stars can't control all of these fans that are in their little cult, they do have some influence if they go and tell those people to chill. And so my thing is this: do fans have far too much influence and control given by social media? I feel they do, for the simple fact that when I was coming up, man, when you watch a show and you see people, you didn't hear about their drug issues. You didn't hear about their personal lives at home. All you saw was what their job was and what they did at their job and that they were good at it. And the only way you would hear anything about their personal life is if it was something that was just a standout issue, something that was usually bad, something real bad, like somebody died or something like that. But you didn't hear about their struggle with drugs and things like that. It wasn't put out on the forefront. But now in this social media age, everything is put out front. You have direct access. Well, not direct access, but you have a lot more access to these stars on a daily basis to be in their business and feel like you have authority or a right to speak on their situations and events going on in their lives. And a lot of people are taking this opportunity to be that cancel culture and try to destroy someone's career and somebody's livelihood. And I don't feel that this is a good thing at all for the entertainment industry, for the simple fact that these people do not know how to separate reality from fiction. And so you have these people who go out here and they will actually be mad at a person about something that they saw on a television show or on a movie. So if a person cannot separate reality from entertainment and what they see on TV, that is a dangerous person. They have mental health issues that needs to be dealt with by a mental health professional. And these people are out here walking around on a daily basis and they have access to devices to be able to go in and attack people. And this is what they do. So this cyberbullying is going on in the entertainment industry. And a lot of these entertainers are being cyberbullied. A lot of content providers on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, wherever your platform is, are being cyberbullied by fans who have far too much access to these people. Now, you will say, well, if you put yourself on a social media platform, then you're giving people access to you. Yes, true indeed. That is so true. Hey, I ain't got nothing to say about that. But there's always a but. I will say this: I'm opening myself up to you and giving you access to me so that I can build a rapport with you and we can link from there, and I want to have a more personal relationship with the people who truly invest in me. Now those outsiders, I understand there are going to be people who are going to come in from the outside just to hate, because haters just hate. There are people out here, and I always say that haters are just negative admirers. That's all they are. And so you have these negative admirers that's going to come on and they're never going to have anything good to say. We get that. We understand those people and we understand what their intent is. But for the people who call themselves fans and invest in you, and then they start to feel a sense of entitlement and familiarity with you, that they can speak on your life and tell you what to do and things of that nature. uh, that's going beyond the boundaries. There's a such thing as boundaries, and nobody knows what boundaries are these days, especially fans. Fans get out here and they think they have the right to speak in your life. They have the right to try to tell you what to do. And although some advice that they give can be taken heed of and considered and used in some occasions, most of the time you already know what they're talking or what they're going to say. And the what's the word I'm looking for, the effect that that has on certain people, it varies, because some people are strong enough to say, I don't care what you say, I'm going to do what I do anyway. Then you have some people who are seeking the attention of others, and that's their whole motivation for becoming famous, is to seek the attention and the acceptance of others. And so you start to play with their self-esteem, you start to play with their confidence, and then you wonder why they're not able to perform. Well, you're causing unnecessary pressure on them that they don't need. They do not need that extra stress from fans. And another thing about the fans is, I was trying to make my way to this point and do a good segue into it, but I don't think that's going to be possible right now. So, but I'm not tripping on that. But what I really want to talk about is clickbait, because you have so many people out here who are trying to go viral and who are trying to get these million subscribers, because that's a pretty good revenue stream. I mean, I can't lie. And so a lot of this is based on streaming, people watching your content and people liking and subscribing to your channels and stuff like that. And so these people have control over your future, very pretty much. And so it's gotten to the point to where people will clickbait you. They will go to other. I did it before. You go to what's trending. You see what the number one trending topic is. You take all of their hashtags and you take all of their tags and stuff like that, and you put it on your video, and you start to see the numbers rise because everybody's looking for that. And this is clickbait. Now that's false advertisement. And there was once upon a time when you could be sued for false advertisement. So I wonder whatever happened to this law that people could be sued for false advertisement, because we have it so much. It's commonplace now to have clickbait. But there was a time when you could sue people and hold them liable for intentionally misleading you. But I guess that was more for when you buy. Well, you're buying this, you're paying for the streams, you're paying for this airtime on your devices and things like that. So you are paying for this service. You're paying to be able to click on that video and see what the title says. And so when you click on a video and it's not what the title says, that right there is false advertisement, and we should be able to sue for whatever, for monetary or whatever, for false advertisement. But because that has not been exercised in over a decade or two, people just feel free to do it, to try to get those streams, to try to get those clicks and those likes. And it's wrong. The people are given far too much influence and far too much say through social media in the lives of entertainers and content providers. And there needs to be a social media roundtable of people who place policies. Basically, social media needs a union. Social media as a whole, all of these different platforms needs representation, and they need a union to keep everybody honest. Because this social media, come on, let's be real, it is not honest. They come in and they manipulate and they do things with your channels and stuff like that, and they use these things to try to control your content and what you say, and they violate you and restrict you on things uh falsely and illegitimately. So I'm going to start campaigning for a union for social media. Social media content providers need a union. We need somebody who's going to be able to reach those people who are in charge, the ones that are running things, the Googles and the Facebooks, because there's only a couple of big corporations who run all of these different sites. You think they're different and they're separate. No, they're just the sister site of the bigger ones. And these are sub platforms of the bigger ones. And so we need something. We can't get legislation. We've already tried to get Congress involved, and you see how that went with Mark Zuckerberg. So we need something, a union in place that can shut this whole thing down if need be, if social media platforms do not line up and do what's right by the content providers and by the fans. Yeah, that's all I really got, man. I wanted to put that out there because this is something we need to pay attention to. Y'all people on social media don't run nothing. You think you do, you'd like to think you do, but you don't. And I'm talking about those haters, those people who love to sit behind their computer screens and love to sit on their phones and just bully people all day and just be toxic towards people all day because you don't have anything better to do with your life or your time. And so I say to all of you content providers, I say all of you entertainers, take the power back. Take that power back. I saw what's my man Long Beach Griffey. He did a video recently and it was pretty funny. He was talking about cancel culture and he was stating all of the accomplishments that he's achieved since he's been so-called canceled. And it drove home a really great point. The only way you can be canceled is if you put your life and your well-being in the hands of those people. But if you generate your own finances and you go out and you make things happen on your own, like Boosie was saying, you can't cancel him because he creates his own shows. He goes out and gets his own venues. So you have to be more independent on a lot of cases in order to really be able to do what you want to do. If you want to get sponsorships and things like that to support your channels, then you're going to have to play the game. You're going to have to follow the policies and the wants from your constituents, your sponsors and things like that. So they're going to control your narrative, they're going to control your look, they're going to control everything to their liking. And so if you allow that to happen, don't complain about it. Take it into your own hands and take the power out of the hands of people who do not know and understand these things. This is your boy D Mac, man. Y'all know what I say. Sticks and stones can break your bones, but the word can always heal you. I'm out.